Hi, this is Michael Lasky, and this is a review of um, inspirational quote graphics. Quote graphics are just little images that have a nice background with a quote on them that are very shareable. People like to like them. People like to share them, and they're micro blogging tools that we want to use frequently. And you can see Edwin here is starting to engage this. A couple notes I want to make to critique these that have been done to see if they're good or bad. Is that let me just share my screen with you guys here really quick so that you can see me doing this. Screen share. Okay, let me know if you can see that.
Got it.
Okay. First of all, is the amount of time or how often we post these. One per day is quite a bit, especially if there's other posts not getting posted. One per day should be our max that we're shooting for, unless you got a site that has a ton of posts happening, like Facebook's Master Cleanse page or Master Cleanse's Facebook page. So let's try to spread them out one every couple days or so, or one per day. And to make sure that they're not all stacked up, too many images, image, otherwise they lose their impact. If there's a image, a post, an image, a post, then it just maybe it has a little more impact. That's all I'm trying to say. Now on these ones, this process can be as simple as Googling sleep quotes. Go find sleep quotes. And I don't know how Edwin's doing this right now, but perhaps we should find out. And you can find these quotes on any number of these sites. Brainy Quote, Goodreads, Quote Garden, Search Quotes. Find quotes about sleep. Sleep is the best meditation. Then find awesome images, image backgrounds, or just anything that's a high resolution image or something that's really fancy or nice. And it should fit the tone, right? Like you're talking about sleep, it should be kind of, subtle or relaxing or something. So go find an image, create an appropriate image size in Photoshop or Pixlr. And we can get to Pixlr by using the extension in Chrome. And the size we should create, let's make them the same size as Maria makes for her standard first images, which I believe are 800 by 600. Is that true? For first,
Yeah.
so
800 wide, yeah.
So let's shoot for 800 pixels wide by 600 pixels, or not. No necessarily. It doesn't have to be a certain size, but 800 pixels wide minimum. Let's shoot for, and then you just put that text on here and find a nice font. You might have to find some free fonts to build out your font library. Now, to critique the value of these, what would I say about these? Well, the font's kind of nice on this one. It's a little crooked, and like I'm wondering, like, what's this background? Is there a purpose to the background? Is it a complete idea? Like, does it feel like it's actually have some balance to it? And so the lines are all on an angle, not sure why. There's this sort of stripe here, not sure why. Overall, it's okay. I mean, I got a like, which is to say something. And is the subject or the content of it any good? Can't sleep instead of counting sheep. Try talking to the shepherd. Well, it's nice. It's actually a little religious for our liking, perhaps, but that's fine. This one here, the moon. Is that a moon? I'm guessing that's a moon, so I guess that's all right. It's really low quality, low resolution, this big black image. It's not a striking, really interesting image. So we want to avoid posting something just for the sake of posting something. So if we can, and you like this quote, but the image isn't great, create your own. Go find one of these new nice images that you like, and then find a font and type in the sentence and style it. Try to do your best to style it. So this one here is weird, right? Like I can't even see the whole image. If I click through to it, then I can see it, but you want to kind of know these really wide images tend to get cropped off when they're displayed on the post itself. So we probably want to have something that's more square or vertically oriented so that the image doesn't get cropped off. Now, my other two critiques about both of these is that the backgrounds are a little odd. Like, I can see having a picture of just these people or just this clip art, but not both. And they don't really relate to each other. And the font is a little hard to read. This one's not bad. This one's a little worse than the other one. This one also has an image beside a clip art, and I think that's just Edwin doing that. I think he's dropping an image, putting in the clip art. Edwin, I think the better approach is to find a really nice background image, and you can do that, like I said, in Google searches or great backgrounds. Get creative with trying to find really nice images. Then when you find that image, even if it's something like this, which is going to be impossible to read any content on, you could easily fade out the background by putting a layer over top of it. Can I paste into there? Yes, I can. Always run on this site. Paste. Why doesn't paste work? For some reason it doesn't copy over. Anyway, you could basically put a white layer over top of it, kind of like this will emulate, and then apply opacity to make it lighter, and then you can put text over top of it. So there's some tricks you can use, but the full images, the full size images are great. The backgrounds, like this one here, Sleepy Guy. This one got some feedback, which is cool. It's a nice image in that the guy's cute in some way, but notice how it's not taking up the full width. So maybe a couple touches up to grow or to improve on there. This one again is picture with a clip art beside it and a real hard to read image. In fact, it's not a very attractive image either. Sleeping on your side, on your stomach, wrinkles the body. Like, she's got wrinkly on her bodies because she's super old, not because she's sleeping on her stomach. So really not that appropriate of an image, and let's not do the image beside the clip art. That's not really the best way to go. This one here, the image is way too small and stuck on the side, and you can't read the sentence, and the font is almost unreadable. You got to have that font to be readable. So some examples of inspirational quotes, like these are really great pieces of content. So if Edwin, you can improve your skill at this, I would encourage you to do it. So let's see ones that are really good. This one's really good. Background image with a bunch of space that you can put your type. Here's background image with the guy put black type up here and white type down here so that it was readable on the different colors of backgrounds. That one's pretty good looking. So nice big awesome images with a quote on it. There's a nice big image. Find some space to stick it in the corner and make it nice and big and a clear font so it's readable. Here's another one, a nice big image with a. So here's one with the background there where it fills up the whole background. These are acceptable. These are the ideal. These are what we're trying to shoot for. All right, so that's all I got to say about that for now. And any feedback, Steve, before I hang up?
No, it's pretty good. Just like you said, hone in the skill. And if you hone in the skill, it'll be really valuable to the Facebook page, so that's good.
All right, cool. Thanks.
One quick thing. Do we want Edwin putting the domain on the images, or is that going to be implied when those images are placed on the page when people share it?
What do you mean the domain on the image?
Like add howtosleeponyourback.com right on the image so if it gets posted somewhere or put into these libraries and Google Images that it has our domain on?
That's not a bad idea. It kind of in a way implies a copyright, and the quotes are not copyrightable, so we can use the quotes without fear. The images very well may be copyrighted, and so when you say put the domain on it, I was thinking maybe does that mean we attribute where we found the image on it? And that's possible. We could do that. We could do both, in fact. We could have in small text, courtesy of Life Z Fun Spot Blogspot here, and then in a little bit bigger on the right hand side, just howtosleeponyourback.com. That might be a nice idea. Let's see how we would do that. Right click, save image as desktop, and Command T, Pixlr, open from computer, desktop, modified images. So that's a small image. Again, we want to find images that are big so that we have enough. And one way you can do that is to show any size. You can say medium or large. Medium's going to be, let's see how big these are. These are 400 pixels, 600 pixels, 600 pixels. So, but if you're just trying to get backgrounds, let's just use one of these right now just for the example. Okay, so right click, save image as desktop, inspirational T, Pixlr, new image from computer. Okay, so this one we might put in the font right here, courtesy. I'm not going to spell this out right, but and where did I get this from? And the thing about the attribution is that we may never really know if where we got it from is actually who owns it.
Yeah.
And so it may become irrelevant to do this. Now I'm just going to mention it because sometimes you may find an image that explicitly states where you find it, who owns it. And therefore this might become important. So I put this guy in here and I'm just going to adjust the color. I'll make it, something so that it stands off but not really pops. And then the size of it I'd make super small, like 8 points or 7 points. Maybe let's make this 8. I'm not zoomed in all the way at 100%. I'm at 100%. So there is an attribution that we might consider just as a footnote to this training. Maybe that's a little small. So maybe we go, I can't believe how small that is. Must be the font that's making it so small. But then we could also put how to sleep on your back.com. And yeah, so good point. I think that is useful, Trevor. Let's do that. And the worst case scenario is we'll get reprimanded by somebody somewhere along the way. And
pros and cons to it. The pro would be anybody that might be tagging on Pinterest, for example, get attribution that way, so that it might drive some traffic back. Who knows what that traffic might actually be, unless we're putting traffic holdings on there or something. But
yeah. So the points to make out here, I think, are you'd want to use a shade of white that represents the color palette in the photo itself, and you can actually use your eye picker to kind of select the color palette if you just use the eyedropper, and you can find an image so it doesn't pop. You don't want it to pop off. What you want, and when I say pop off, I mean it stands out, it's contrast, it draws focus, because we want the image to draw focus, we want the type to draw focus. And somebody, if they're looking, they care and oh, there's text down here, oh, it's there. Those are the people that will click through, and so yeah, that's just my approach to that, and the courtesy of, or found, image found, or background, or whatever. Maybe we could even have a couple down here, like background found. You could say background found at URL and quote found at URL, and that way you're attributing to it, and if somebody ever calls you on it, you can say, hey, I attributed it. Do you want some royalty? You want me to pay you $150 million, or what do you want from me? You can either grant me license or tell me to stop using it, or tell me how much you want for it. That's all they can do. And if they say, give me $5, maybe you do. If they don't, they say, you can use it, it's attributed, that's fine. Then you're good to go, and they're not going to say $100 million. And if they do, you just take it down. All right, that's it, right?
Yep.
All right, that's all for now. Bye-bye.